Dictionary defines relic as a person or thing that has survived from an earlier time but is now outmoded. A relic is easy to deal with when it's a thing. What about when it's a person? As in the case of this movie. Edna is an old lady living all alone in an old musty house that is falling apart and possibly haunted.
It's here. Under the bed.
Well, we'll get back to that. The very real horror that she is facing is that she is progressively losing her mind to dementia, unable to keep up the house, her dignity, and her very memories and identity. The movie rightly acknowledges that the horror and tragedy of the situation is not limited to the sufferer herself, it engulfs those around her and the ones she is dearest to, who are also her caregivers, her daughter and her granddaughter. At first, they struggle to provide for her physical and emotional needs. Physical in that she is unable to keep up the house, and emotional because at once she is obstinate, trying to keep up her independence and dignity.
Do you need help? With what?
And vulnerable, requiring care and love. If they thought this was bad, they discover, to their horror, that a lack of emotional needs is far worse, for it means her disease is progressing and she is only a shell of the person she was, with no memories of her children and no pride. As I said earlier, the movie had initially toyed with the idea that the house was haunted. However, by the midpoint of the movie, we understand what it's trying to do. The house is a representation of her mind. A pretty clever twist on the old haunted house genre, if you ask me. The movie does put this idea to some creative use. There are objects, once precious to her, lying around the house, visibly decaying, representing her decaying memories. There are locked rooms that neither the daughter nor the granddaughter can enter. Well, you can guess what that represents. The house itself is wonderfully gothic, an old mansion that has seen better days, adjacent to the woods, full of beautiful things that are falling apart. The interior seemed to be filled with cobwebs and fog. You can almost smell the must. When I say this film chose to externalize the horrors of the mind, two films come to, well, mind. The Babadook and The Taking of Deborah Logan. Relic and The Babadook are sufficiently dissimilar in that Relic is a haunted house movie, whereas The Babadook is primarily a monster movie. Also, the Babadook creature can be battled with and kept at bay, while there is nothing you can do but to watch the dementia taking down the house or the loved one. As for The Taking of Deborah Logan, yes, the central idea is pretty much the same in both movies, but Relic has better setup, characters, cinematography and ambience, and no annoying shaky cam. As you've probably figured out, the three ladies on the poster take up majority of the screen time. Emily Mortimer plays the daughter and Bella Heathcote plays the granddaughter, both of whom are good. The standout though is Robin Nevin, Edna herself. Miss Nevin makes this dying character come alive. She can convey both creepiness and tragedy with one look, and confusion and pride in a single note.
Tell your mother, Kay!
The film conveys the backstory of the characters quickly, without resorting to exposition, through scenes like this.
When was the last time you spoke to her?
It's been a few weeks.
But at the end, something felt lacking. It felt light, despite tackling such a heavy subject. I had to put in plenty of thought to understand why. One of the characters finds a hidden doorway that leads to passages in the wall. Classic haunted mansion stuff that has been underutilized of late. I love it. However, as she tries to find her way back, she only manages to get further lost in an ever-narrowing network of passages and crawl spaces. It is at this point we realize we have left reality altogether and are firmly in the realm of metaphor. The passages are the old woman's mind, dark, winding, never-ending, and entrapping. Seemed quite clever at first glance. However, here is the flaw. As Edna's dementia is eating away her memories, emotions, and her very personality, her mind is getting simpler, not more complex as the labyrinthine passageways seem to indicate. She is a mere husk of her former self, a relic. There are none of the intricacies that made her a person. Come on, movie. You could have thought of this. Apart from that, there are a few things left unexplained, including a repeating dream sequence with vaguely creepy imagery, and some of the rules of the haunting are inconsistent. Thus, Relic gets a middle-of-the-road 5 paws out of 10. Do you like haunted house movies? Which one is your favorite? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, if you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe. This is the Disembodied Voice signing out.